we will have a new family, a family now living in a barracks somewhere. We don't know who it'll be or when exactly, but it may be a family that came with not as much preparation as the Quadras did. Maybe they came leaving everything behind. We don't know what the needs might be that St. Columba's will be asked to help support. But what advice or observation would you have for a prospective volunteer or parishioner who's looking to get involved and help out in some way? Any suggestions for how to look at this, how to approach it? And everybody's so busy they might think, I can't find a way into this because I only have a limited amount of time. Any advice?
Different people in our committee had different expertise, like Alice with employment and other people who are school teachers and social workers, and we all worked together, so not one person had the burden of doing it all. I mean, there's a lot of governmental stuff. So
Sure.
If you have someone who's had some experience with, food stamps and school requirements and all of this paperwork that we take for granted, social services helped get the green card and the social security, thank heavens, because that's another whole problem. But you've just got to have enough people on the committee that all of the burden does not fall to one person.
Right.
And if people are doing what their expertise is, then it can be a very successful and happy experience.
Yes, and we have 7 or 8 pretty well-defined committees with different missions in all this.
Right.
So I think people will be able to find a place that suits their gifts.
I would say that a lot of folks are horrified about what has happened to Afghanistan. And assisting a family is a way to show these families that they are welcome to our country and that we appreciate the sacrifice that their families made for our country when our diplomats, our military, our contractors, and journalists and other folks were over there. And they didn't just move, didn't move to another country. They were escaping. And people have to remember that they were escaping their home and their neighborhood, and that they have years of memories. And because we're in a better place here, we should help them to settle into a new environment and help them feel safe. And being involved with the refugee response ministry doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make a huge commitment. You can still be very involved in other ministries and have a full-time job and still give to this ministry. You can give funds, or you can sign up for one activity when you have time, such as driving, or you can make a very deep commitment of your time. But as you just said, the value of the ministry is that we're all in this together, and we're supporting the Afghan family and each other in what we're doing for them. And you just can't underestimate the power of just being there, of giving them a compliment, of a smile, or just listening. And because nobody gets through life on their own, and we shouldn't expect them to come to this country and to just figure these things out on their own. And we have the resources and the skills, and this is why we go to church. This is what it's all about.
Oh, to be present in a relationship of trust and support with people in such a vulnerable moment is very special, and I think it's a gift, and it's a tender place that God places us from time to time.